Well, good midday, good midday, good midday, good midday to each and every one of you. We are thankful and grateful, and we appreciate the grace and mercy of God that has and continues and has over a particular period of time been extended toward each and every one of us. And so we're thankful for the privilege of just being able to impart, to share, to let it be known in no uncertain terms that God is able to do above and beyond all we could ask or think. And so we're thankful to God for each and every one. Good midday, Jaleesa. Thank you for being here with us. I know you holding it down. And so for that, we bless his holy and righteous name. So come on in and share with us. And as you come in, if you would be kind enough to Casper, Nancy, bless you for being here and being here with you. Sonia, bless you. Glad that you are here. I told your husband that we were praying for you and with you. And it was funny. He was talking about a few months ago, you was driving him around and now he's driving you around. I love it. I love it. I love it. Cora, good midday. Chaplain Hearns, thank you for being here. Kathy, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of our audience on today. Praying that Mahogany is coming along well in her procedure. Excuse me, that she had done. That's Cora has done. Please share. Please share. As Nancy has done, please share. Uh, Jamie, thank you. Thank you for being here. We give God glory and praise for each and every one of you. And so we're thankful again for that. And we'll see what the Lord does. Denise, how's your sister? I want you to know that we are consistently in prayer for her. Ethel, welcome. Welcome, 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 one, welcome, all, welcome, everybody, not just everybody, everybody. Mary Moss, I'm sorry. How's that house coming along? Okay. We know that you're excited about the great blessings that God has given. Lo Brady, thank you for being here with us on this great Monday. Barbara from Columbus, thank you so much for being here. Everybody, that's right. That's right. Tamika, bless your heart. Okay. Valerie, how are you? You at the hospital with dad? Okay. Good. Okay. All right. Listen. We're praying and believing God that whatever the malfunction of the heart, the God that made the heart will also regulate it. And so we're thanking God for each and every one of you. Proud of you, Mary. Of what the Lord has done and how you've persevered through some things, and God is showing Himself mighty to you. Minister Sarah, bless your sweet potato soul. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Vernice. Raymond, thank you for being a part of our midday. Please. Yeah. Cora, was that your phone that was I could hear what was going on. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not even going to get you started. You done finally calm down. So let me leave you alone. But please share. Please. That would be great. That would be great. That would be fabulously fantastic. And we're just grateful. Anybody grateful? Anybody thankful? I was starting tomorrow changes my regiment. In what needs to be done here. And James, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that, letting us know that all is well. Okay, and so I was Christine, bless you. Elder James, Carletta, thank y'all so much for being here. And so I was getting my. You can laugh now. Good. I was getting my steps in, and I was like, oh my God. I was just I was just I was just grateful and thankful for the privilege of just being able to function. I wish somebody caught what I said. Just to function. Just to have functionality is a blessing. You don't have people changing your diaper. You ain't got nobody coming in to feed you. So many things, so many blessings that we take for granted. And all you got to do is visit one nursing home. You'll come out saying the Lord is good and greatly to be praised. Ella Mae, dear, how's you be? Christy Mansell's are in the house. Okay, Lavonda, thank you so much for being a part of our midday experience. Sylvia Scott, bless you for being here. Pamela Stevens, bless you. Tell your family we really appreciated seeing them Sunday morning, and we're thankful to God for that. All right. Well, I need to ask a question, and the question that I need to ask is God faithful to his word? Not only, that's right, still in your right. Not only, the question is God faithful, but will God meet you at the point of your need? Will God provide? Will God protect? Does God have everything you stand in need of? And the reason I need to ask that question is because I think it's overwhelmingly pertinent. Hey, Thea, how are you? Good midday to you. I think it's overwhelmingly pertinent for us to delve down in to the truths as to whether God can supply, will supply, has supplied everything that you have stood in need of. Doe, hold it down in the great borough of Midland, Pennsylvania. Think about that, because we're going to look at something. We're going to look at something, and we're going to see if you can see some relevance here. Luke chapter 11, starting at verse 9. Remember, we're talking about prayer. We're talking about the power and the pertinence and the provision and the envelopment, invoking of prayer. We're talking about not what you see publicly, but something that should be continually going on a regular basis in your life. There should be a consistent flow of conversation, not just between you and the Lord, but the Lord and you. Were you blessed yesterday by the message? I got part 2 coming. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna put this out here. The Lord has led me and is leading me to shift from what was the direction I was going in to a different level of sermon that will provide stability, encouragement, resolve, peace for the people of God, because we are in some of the most tumultuous times that there is, and God has a word for his people. And so I'm going to be sharing, I don't know what that was, a complete and totally different perspective. I need us to know who God is and what God is capable of. And see, Thea, that's the thing that I'm going to be pushing, is because I understand my elders. Good midday, Carolyn. I understand my infirmed. I understand those that have, respiratory issues. They don't want to get out. These are not the people who go grocery shopping anymore or anything like that. But for some of my people, they've just gotten lazy like everybody else has. I'm not talking about people who have to work. I'm not talking about people whose schedules don't permit them to get up and to make it to the house of God. Like, and I'm going to use this as an example. Sometimes with Valerie, she has to take care of her father, which will not allow her to be in worship. So she watches virtually. Hey, Barbara. And so, Gaither, I'm getting ready to push for people to, because watching it via Facebook or YouTube or the website is not the same as being there, because here's what the Lord is getting ready to do at 528, and it will not come through social media. Oh, I can only tell you so much, but for those who persevere and make their way into the house, except for the exceptions that I was talking about. Hey, Iris, bless you. Good midday. There is a supernatural manifestation of God that is going to take place. Now, I need to say this. For those persons who are in other states or other cities who can't make it to Youngstown, yeah, I'm gonna start calling them out. You will receive, God, the same level of manifestation. And you have to understand, Jamie, for those that they're not here, God has assured me that for those who live in other cities or other states, you will experience the same power that those who are present will receive. But lazy will not get it. And that's all I can say, because I can't give you all of it. I can't give you the rest of it. I'm just not going to do that, because the Lord will not permit me to do so. Let me get into the lesson, because I'm going to get on later on this evening sometime, and I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about we can go to games, to banquets, to parties. We can go to events. We can go to all of that stuff without even thinking about it. And then all of a sudden, when it's time to go to church, something wrong with us. We can't do this. We can't do that. Minister Marcia, bless you. We always have an excuse, only because many of these other places aren't streamed, because I got a feeling that if they were, you wouldn't do that either. But here's what I'm saying. The Lord is not pleased with laziness. The pandemic was hey, Victor and Trinette, the pandemic was not designed to have ease in Zion. It was designed to purposely push people back into the right relationship with Jesus Christ. Yeah, we go into all kind of stuff. And however long it is or however late it is, we do it. But when it comes to the Church of Jesus Christ, hey, Goalie, how are you? Praying for you. Hope you feel better. We are lazy. But God has shown me that for those that persevere, He's going to do something. Those that make their way to the house, He's going to do something. And I'm not talking about nobody else's house. I'm talking about 528. But for those of you who are in other cities or in other states who cannot drive up to be in the worship service, to be here live, you will receive the same level of anointing that the people will receive that are in the building. Lisa, bless you for being here. Sherry, bless you. Now, let me move on here. Yeah, I got to call it like it is, because, at first Union was doing good. Now they're getting lazy. And so when I keep seeing stuff on Facebook with folk all over the place grinning and carrying on at everybody's party, but you can't get your drunk high self up to come to church, I'm not being bothered with that. Hey, Pastor Goodman, how are you? And I said it. And I said it, and I'll say it again. I think the people of God, and one of the reasons why we are getting ready to go through this cataclysmic political upheaval is because the church has ceased to be the church. It's an entertainment club whereby people would rather be entertained by the devil than to be engaged by God. Okay. Woo! So let me look at something. I want us to look at something now that I've digressed for just a second. Christine, don't get me started. Don't get me started. When they need God, they will fall out and tear the altar up. Okay? But God's not good enough for them to sacrifice their time. Luke 11, starting at the 9th verse. This is something powerful that I think we need to see, and many times we are not paying any attention to. Lynn, bless you for being here with us on today. This is a powerful passage. Pastor Goodman, you know, I tolerate, because I understand sickness, I understand age, I understand being infirm, I understand the fear. But folk ain't got no fear when it comes down to partying. They ain't got no fear. Okay. So my thing is, I think you're just full of it. That's my personal opinion. Because if you can give the devil all that time, but you can't set your foot in the house of God, the devil is a liar and you are lying as well. That's that. I can't call it nothing else but that. Okay. Carolyn Williams, the manifestation of the Spirit of God is going to be so intense that folk that should be wish they would have been when everybody else starts talking about it. Let me move on. Listen to what it says. So I say to you, ask, and it will be given you. Now I need to look at this. I need to look at this because I think this is important. I believe that people really don't understand what Jesus is saying. When he says, ask and it shall be given you, he says, ask for what you do not possess. Now, we know that he will supply all your need according to his riches and glory. But the key to receiving is the confidence you should have in the person who you are asking. Now I've said, and I've used this as an illustration before, and I think it's a powerful illustration. When our children were growing up, they had no clue what our economic status was. They had no clue how much money Lady Harrison and I made. They had no clue as to what we could or could not do. But they believed, y'all better hear me, they believed that what they wanted, we had the capacity to give them. They never saw a paycheck. They never saw what it cost to do anything. All they knew is they were in the house. Everything was taken care of. Everything was bought. Food was on the table. Never went without. Always transportation. Y'all, I hope you're catching what I'm saying. And so what this did is it created a confidence in them, in us, that even though they had no clue where we were financially, they believed that we would supply. God is saying to us, ask for what you don't have, because what you don't have, I already have. And because I've already got it. Now you got to get this. God don't wait till you ask to provide it. What you need is already in the reservoir of God's supply for you. But you can never get it until you open your mouth, or however you do it, through prayer. Ask him, Lord, this is what I need. I need you to heal my body. I need you to provide me some finances. I need you to do something with my family. I need you to do something with my mind. I need you to do something with my situations. I need you to, and I'm going to ask. Why do I ask? You got to go back earlier in the part of that 11th chapter where it's very clear that in the midst of this, there's some things that you need to know and some things that you need to understand if you're going to ask. Okay. Remember what I said in that model prayer. It talks about how you should do and what you should do and when you should do it. Not that you mimic what the prayer says, but that you understand the principles of the prayer. And when you understand the principles of the prayer, okay, Dad said pray for, that's what I'm talking about. When you understand the principles of the prayer, you have confidence that who you are approaching will provide what you need. Listen. 1 John 5:14, and this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. Okay? He hears us. Why does he hear us? Because the verbiage that's coming out of our mouths matches the will that he has already prepared for us. And because what we ask for matches his will, he is obligated and willing to supply. Ask, and it'll be given unto you. Ask for what you don't have. You need more money? Ask for it. Now, I need to be cautious, because if you are robbing God, then your asking will not be fulfilled, because there's a principle that you have not yet adhered or do not want to adhere to. Ask and it shall be given you. You need God to do something in your family, ask and it shall be given you. If you need an opportunity to open up, ask and it shall be given you. If there's something beyond your scope or capability, ask. Guess what? If my children asked because they knew they didn't have the resources to go get it themselves, so what did they do? They went to the persons who through past encounters have demonstrated a faithfulness in providing. I wish y'all get that. 1 John 5:14. I wish y'all get that. You need to recite it over and over again. And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. And if we know that he hears us, we know that we have the petitions that we desire of him. You got to know this. There's some things I'm asking God for. I know he will. I'm trying to make sure I align with his will so that it comes to pass, because I don't believe it would have dropped in my spirit if it wasn't his will. And what we get in trouble with a whole lot of times when we talk about, well, if it be your will, you need to know his will. You need to take some time to do a Matthew 6:33. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. It's clear. If you're seeking everything else but him, and then you come to him, that's just like a child that never says thank you, shows no appreciation whatsoever. And then when they need something, here they come. And guess what your attitude is? I ain't about to give you nothing, because you didn't even have the good sense to say thank you for what I did do. I know y'all don't like me. Hey, Gwenny, how you doing, sweetheart? Are you hearing me? This is important. And I got to stop. I done went too long. I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Listen, don't miss tomorrow, because we got to talk about seeking and we got to talk about knocking, because these are some prevalent and important things. Okay. Good. I'm so glad Minister Mike did an excellent job at the first anniversary of Pastor and the Sister Cornegay. We're grateful to God for that. Listen. Yeah, it needed to be said. I needed to say what I needed to say. I needed to get that out there so that I can help people to understand clearly what the Lord required. Listen, I love you. Even if you got mad, I love you. Even if you didn't like it, I love you. And I love you with the love of Jesus Christ. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Well, I'm going to come on a little bit later tonight, but I need you to believe with me that what you stand in need of. Let me say it one more time. 1 John 5:14. And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. And if he know that he hears us, we know that we have the petitions that we desire of him. That's 14:15. Listen. Listen, listen. My question to you, and I'm gone because I done went 5 minutes over. Do you believe or do you guess? I got to go. May God bless you. May He keep you, is our prayer.